What's up YouTube, Heroic here, bringing you guys the 9th day of Yu-Gi-Oh! My YouTuber gave to me one deck playthrough. Yes guys, I'm gonna, as I promised yesterday, I would give you a playthrough on my Blackraptors, my Blackwing Raid Raptors, because some of you might be wondering how the deck would actually function as a deck. As I said in the previous video, if you draw more of the Blackwings, you tend to go more Blackwing plays, or if you go more Raid Raptors, you go more Raid Raptor plays. But I'll show you a few circumstances in which just a few plays that actually do work. So let's just say your opening hand was absolute dog shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it was crap. So let's say you opened up Pinaki, a Black Whirlwind, and a Swallow's Nest, and two other cards. So maybe you opened up a Vanities and Skip Force, or two Skip Forces you can't use. So, because Vanities kind of helps. But if you open up this hand, these you don't need, right? So your Skip Forces you won't need for this combo. What you'll need will be the Black Whirlwinds, the Pinaki, and the Swallow's Nest. So you don't exer anything in this playthrough. It'll just be just a little thing if you do open this first turn, just to set up for next turn. So first you want to activate the Black Whirlwind, right? So Black Whirlwind's activated. You normal summon the Pinaki, and you activate Swallow's Nest. You tribute off the Pinaki. Actually, make sure you trigger Black Whirlwind. I actually forgot. Make sure you trigger the Black Whirlwind to search Harmattan, because it's the only card you could summon off it. So make sure you search the Harmattan. So down here, put it up here, right? So that's hand. So Swallow's Nest, tribute off the Pinaki, and special out the Gale. Pinaki's effect will trigger on end phase. Make sure you remember that, because that's important, right? So you've got one Harmattan in hand. So off 3 cards, you've got 2 extra cards, 1 in hand, 1 on field, as well as the Pinaki effect on end phase, just by 3 cards. Then on end phase, you would use Pinaki to search out a Blizzard. Make sure you search a Blizzard. So in hand, you have 1 Blizzard, 1 Harmattan, 1 Gale, and Black Whirlwind, as well as in grave, you've got Pinaki and Swallow's Nest. And if your opponent can't do anything, next turn, let's say you draw Tribute Lanius, right? Because I just picked one random deck. I literally just cut the deck and took the top card off it. So let's just say you open up a Tribute Lanius, right? Actually, that card won't work. If you're lucky, you'll open up a Bora or a Chris. If you're lucky, you'll open up one of these. So either one is good. So first, you want to normal summon the Blizzard. This is 2 turns and your opponent does nothing. Or your opponent tried something, but since you halved their monster attack, they didn't do anything. Or, yeah, if they just did nothing and you still had these 2 on the field, you're fine. So Blizzard will trigger to bring out the Pinaki, right? Then you can special summon the Chris from hand. And then you can special the Harmattan from hand. Harmattan will trigger, targeting Blizzard, making it a level 4. You'll then overlay for 4 Strix, if I can get one. So you overlay for 4 Strix, detach off the Chris, or the Harmattan, it doesn't really matter at this point, to search off the Bora. Then you want to special the Bora, and you want to synchro Bora and Pinaki, so you get the Pinaki effect. At this point, a Chidori or a Rikiri will do. Because 4 Strix gets boosted up in attack and defense no matter what you summon. So, benefit with Rikiri, you can pop 2 cards. Benefit of Chidori, it gains 900 attack. So, let's just say you go Rikiri because your opponent has 2 cards on the field you want to get rid of. So, you pop both their back row and, yeah. So at the moment, after 2 turns, you've got 1 Blizzard, 1 Gale, a 4 Strix, a Rikiri, and a Whirlwind, which you could have triggered from Blizzard to search a If that just flickered, it's because there's a bug trying to get to the light. I'm doing this at night and the bugs are out. So you can use the Blizzard to actually, the Pinaki to, oh wait, you got Pinaki effect on their face as well. Perfect. So, off the Black Whirlwind, you want to search another Pinaki. If you actually use Blizzard and Black Whirlwind, the only other card you can search off Black Whirlwind is Pinaki. And then the Pinaki already in grave, you want to summon either, you want to search either these, you want to search any of your level 4s. Because you will already have the Pinaki in hand off of Blizzard. So you can search a Chris or a Bora if you want to special summon and make another Synchro. But that's just by opening 3 cards in 2 turns and your opponent does nothing. Like if you're up against Paleozoics and they drew shit and they just went Desires, and nothing. So Desires, and they've just got Reckless, and 2 cards they can't use, then yeah. And see, you didn't even use the Gale. The only reason Gale is still in the field is because your opponent did nothing. And if they got rid of the Whirlwind, you wouldn't have the Pinaki. You would still get the Pinaki searched from the graveyard to get a level 4 you could still sync the Blizzard with. But you can't, because I don't run Nethon. But that's just one play you can make. And I realized that just went for 6 minutes and it wasn't meant to. And I have no clue on how to edit my videos because my YouTuber has my computer has a spaz attack every time it uploads YouTube videos, so I gotta do it with my phone. So, for the next one, if you open up a Tribute Lanius, like, let's just do the thing I did today, yesterday, by the time you see this video. Oh no, 2 days before 2 days, like 2 days ago, by the time you see this video. So, if you open up this, and these 2, I think it was. Like, I think it was something like that. It had to be, I can't remember, it was something like this, right? And I believe I drew into, well, it doesn't matter what I drew. Actually, let's just go Luck of the Draw. Yeah, Luck of the Draw, because pretty much you just want this. So, yeah. Actually, I drew into an Allure of Darkness, but Luck of the Draw. Gale. You got a Gale. Okay. So that kind of just increases stuff more. So this isn't just what your generalization, but anyway. So first of all, you want to normal the tribute. So you're going to go off into Raid Raptor plays. So you're going to Raid Raptor yourself by sending off the Mimicry and banishing the Mimicry to search off the Fuzzy. Then you want to special the Fuzzy, overlay these 2 into a 4-Strix, detach the Fuzzy, search 2 cards. So you want to search a Fuzzy off Fuzzy, as well as the fact you want to search a, is it level 4? Yeah, it has to be level 4. Okay. So you want to search off the Bora, surprisingly enough, of all things. So already you've just gone from 6 cards to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 cards. So if this is too many cards in your hand, you just want to set one of the Skip Force. You just want to set a Skip Force so you can still have 6 cards in hand. Or just activate Skip Force going to Revolution Falcon. So then you'd most likely pass, and if your opponent, like mine, didn't do anything, then next turn, let's just get a random card, Zephyrus, whatever. So this turn, you want to normal the Gale, special the Chris, special the Bora, use 4-Strix to detach, and search off another Chris. And since you control Gale still, you can special the Chris again, and then you can overlay these 2 into a 4-Strix, and then sync these 2 into a Chidori. Right? Then you want to Skip Force and Skip Force, both, into 2 Revolution Falcons. So right here, you've got so you've got 2 monster removals and a big heavy hitter monster. So here's your board at the moment, they're in grade. So Chidori gains 900 attack, as well as the fact you still have these in hand. So next turn you could go off going Mimicry, Vanishing, Fuzzy into a Blade Burner if you've taken damage, and then just kill your opponent with a direct attack. But 2 turns, yet again, 2 turns with the luck of a Gale and a Zephyrus. What more can you do? Like, what more can your opponent do apart from quaking your ass? Just, really, what more can they do? 2 monster removals and a 3,500 attack monster. I mean, and if they special summon an attack into these, their monster's attack and defense go to 0. So, unless they've got a Regeki or another way for monster removal, I don't think they can get over this board. Unless you're up against ABC and stuff, and then you're fucked. Excuse my language. But, yeah. I might do one more, just so I can kind of get some stuff through. So if you open up a Tribute, a Borer, a Swallow's Nest, and a Singing Lanius. Singing. Sorry if this is taking too long, because, I mean, it's hard to actually try to come up with things to do, because otherwise you'd just be doing Raidraptor or Blackwing plays, but I'm trying to show you guys how to do Raidraptor and Blackwing plays at the same time, so, yeah. So if you open up these, and let's just say, for the fun of it, you open up, let's just say Chris, as well. So if you open up this, which isn't too hard to do, so, first off, you want to null the Tribute, use the Tribute, sending the Mimicry, banishing the Mimicry, and searching another Singing. So if you didn't open up the Singing, you'll open up a Singing anyway. Then you want a Swallow's Nest, tributing off the, the Tribute to summon out the Zephyrus. Make sure it's a Zephyrus, because if you opened up, instead of the Singing, you opened up a Black Whirlwind, you want to make sure you got the Zephyrus. Then you can special the Chris and special the Borer. Then you want to overlay for, basically, every time you overlay, it's into a 4-strokes. Then you want to detach the Zephyrus. So if you opened up a Whirlwind, actually, let me get that. So if you opened up a Whirlwind, so Whirlwind. If you opened up a Whirlwind and you didn't, if you didn't use the effect, oh wait, no, that was special summon, you didn't normal summon. So, detach the Zephyrus. Actually, my camera's not suited for this very well. I don't know. I mean, my graveyard's kind of, I've got to get better at this. So, you've got a Black Whirlwind in play, Chris, and 4 Strix on the board. Actually, see if I can just do that. Yeah, get their effects in. And, lighting, why? Try to brighten up the mood. There we go. Oh my god, sorry guys. Oh my god. I mean, sorry for the thing, it's my phone. And then since you got the 4 Strix, special the Singing, overlay these 2 into yet another 4 Strix. Actually, I didn't search off the 4 Strix. No. So, off the 4 Strix, you might want to search maybe a Fuzzy this time, because and since you special summon the Blackwings this turn, you cannot special the Fuzzy. Yeah, you can. It says right here. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate either of this card's effects except Raidraptors. So, if you special summon the Blackwings, you cannot special summon Fuzzy, and then you can detach off the 4 Strix to add, let's say, a Vanishing. Vanishing? Yeah, Vanishing. So then you can just extend into a Blade Burner play or a Zerifying play. So, and if you want to take a step further, next turn your opponent doesn't do anything, draw into a Harmattan. You can detach off of the 4 Strix to search a Singing, because I just realized you can't use Fuzzy if you do this. But if you don't want to search the fuzzy, you can search a sorry, I'm all over the place. I actually don't have the stuff organized. So you can search this instead of the fuzzy, because it works the same way. Why didn't I do it? Just Mitchell, continue. Okay, so special the Zephyrus from grave by returning Black Whirlwind and taking 400, and reactivate Black Whirlwind. Then you want to normal the Vanishing and special the Mimicry. Then overlay the Mimicry and the Vanishing for either a Blade Burner or a Zero Fine. So let's just go Zero Fine. And then you can special the Singing and overlay for, because you want as many face-up cards on the field. So if you don't want to overlay just to give Zero Fine an extra 300, you don't have to. So you can detach from Zero Fine. So detach the Mimicry and banish it for a search if you want. And then it negates all cards your opponent controls. Like, detach, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. So if they've got Dragon Buster and they didn't detach or anything, or discard to use the effect because they had no cards in hand, or they didn't bounce out, its effect's negated. So it's easily run overable. Or if they've got like stuff they can't use now, like no back row and 4 monsters face up that can't use their effects, then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's already 1,200 attack there, plus an extra 5 here, plus an extra 15. So Zero Fine then gains 2,700 attack, which can easily run over, burping all over the place, which can easily run over most cards of this format. Then after you've activated that, you can overlay into Castell, or another 4 Strix and get some more plays off. But again, most of these combos do take 2 turns to fully set up, because you start off with a couple of things, but yeah. So most likely it'll take you 2 turns for setup, but by then you've got game most likely, unless your opponent's like using meta decks. And then this is just a fun experimental deck you use to verse your friends, which I actually haven't tested against my friends. I tested against my brother so far, as well as DevBot on DevPro, and that's pretty much it. That's all I've tested this deck against, and it's been pretty consistent, and you can just, after your second turn, you can just take off. But yeah, that's it for the walkthrough, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Go check out Shadow Flames for 3 videos, which is pack opening and a Black Ops 3 thing, which I think he was testing out. And don't forget to check out Jack of Luck, which he does a lot of gaming videos, and one of his Odin Sphere videos, which he does, his first one, don't forget to check that one out. He, my mic is off because I commentate on that, but don't play it. I commentate on that, but my mic's off for the first 10 minutes, so he's talking to himself for the first 10 minutes, which I said in the last video, but go check that one out because it's actually quite funny. But other than that, guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the 10th day, because we got 3 days to Christmas. Oh, 3 days to Christmas. I did this yesterday. But other than that, guys, this is Heroic Master signing out. I hope you found this video mildly entertaining.